Welcome to Anglo-Saxon Ghost Hunt. This week, I'm with Ethelberger of Norwich. She's found something spooky in her hut. Come on.
This way.
Come on. Oh! Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Right, where's that coming from? There, okay. All right, whose ashes are in this jar?
That's my husband. He was killed by the Vikings.
By the Vikings, okay. Okay. You had him cremated then?
Yes, and he's haunting me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, don't worry. That's why I'm here. All right. Okay. Oh! Don't worry. No, he's talking to me. He's trying to talk to me. Darling, okay. He's trying to talk to me. Okay, I can't quite hear. What's that?
Let me out!
All right, okay. Now, as every Anglo-Saxon knows, what you should have done is put a little hole in the side of the jar, okay? Because when dead spirits find themselves confined in little jars, they get a bit cross.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so just put a little hole in there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably why he's haunting you.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh! No, don't be afraid, no. Where's that coming from? Over here. Okay. Who's in there?
That's my uncle Athelric.
Okay.
And he was killed by Vikings too.
Oh, okay, here's an idea.
Right.
All right? Because dead spirits, they like to have a bit of a natter, just like we do. So what we're going to do is we're gonna mix up the ashes like that. Okay, so they can have a little natter now. Okay, there. Problem is solved. The haunting has stopped.
That's a great relief. Oh, phew.
All right, so what you should have done in the first place to avoid all this bother,
Yeah.
okay, when they died, just chop their heads off.
Oh, right.
Yeah? Because it's a well-known Anglo-Saxon fact that if you chop the heads off when they die, they won't haunt you.
Is that true?
Only one way to find out.
Oh, no, don't worry. It's a ghost. Don't worry, it's a ghost. It's only a
Greetings, fair fans. I am Vincenzo Larfoff, and this week's scary story is the Curse of Tutankhamun. It was 1922, a particularly ghoulish year, when an archaeologist named Howard Carter discovered the tomb of Tutankhamun, the ancient Egyptian pharaoh. As the dastardly digger crept inside the tomb, he found not only the king's great treasures, but there, in the burial chamber, trapped within a golden sarcophagus, the ancient pharaoh's mummy. As we all know, nothing is more frightening than mummy.
Go and tidy your room.
And on the wall above the dead king's body was written, a curse. Death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the peace of the king. Yes, ooh, indeed. The curse was quick to bite. Within a year, the man who paid for the dig, Lord Carnarvon, dropped down dead. And as he did, all the lights in Cairo, the Egyptian capital, went out. At that exact same moment, back home in England, his dog howled in the moonlight. The curse of Tutankhamun had struck. But what would become of the man who first broke into the mummy's tomb? What fate would befall Howard Carter himself? He died years later of completely natural causes. It turned out that Lord Carnarvon died from an infected mosquito bite. The lights in Cairo went out because the electrics were dodgy, and his dog howled, well, because that's just what dogs do, isn't it? It was nothing to do with the mummy. Oh, just stop it. The curse was just made up by the newspapers.
What a superstitious bunch, eh? We were terrified of ghosts, and we had some funny ideas about how to keep them at bay.
Hello, darling.
Hello.
Well, we don't have to worry about ghosts anymore.
I wasn't worried about ghosts. What have you done?
Burnt all our crops. Every last field. Apparently it's the new Saxon way to keep ghosts at bay, so no more ghosts for us.
Yeah, and no more food.
Oh, yeah. Haven't really thought this through, have I? At least when I die of starvation, I won't be able to haunt anyone.
Oh, you won't die of starvation, my love.
Because I'm going to kill you first, you idiot!
Oh, that hurts!
Think
All right, I'm sorry.
Greetings, horror hounds. I am Vincenzo Larfoff, and this week's scary story is from the Middle Ages. It's called The Children of Woolpit. It was 1173, an especially eerie year when the small village of Woolpit in the county of Suffolk was invaded by creatures from another world. Indeed. One day, 2 aliens appeared in the village. These aliens had taken the form of 2 children, a boy and a girl, but their skin was bright green, and they spoke in a strange alien language. Or something. Yes, the villagers of Woolpit were terrified. These green-skinned aliens demanded to be fed, but what they ate was truly chilling. Something no real human child would eat without being forced. Yes, vegetables! And then, quite without warning, the boy alien dropped down dead. And the girl alien? Well, that's the strangest part of all. She became a part-time domestic servant. It turned out that these children were not from Mars or Venus. They were from Belgium. They were orphans, the children of Belgian cloth makers. Their skin was green because of the dye the parents used on the cloth. They'd been living in the woods so long, the only food they recognised was vegetation. The boy died of malnutrition, the girl grew up, learned English, got married and went to work for a local knight. This is not a scary story, is it? It's a sort of boring story with a weird beginning. That isn't the same thing. I mean, why am I here? I grew a goatee for this. It's unbelievable. I'm going to my dressing room and there had better be donuts.
Ghastly, mean and cruel stuff they don't teach you at school. The past is no longer a mystery. Hope you enjoyed Horrible Histories.